I made almost $100,000.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's insane. That's so much money.
And it's all gone.
Why the
Ex-husband military, ex-fiance one streamer, ex-fiance
gotcha.
2 cheater.
You're gonna be homeless again because if you f this up, you have no fallback if you do lose your housing.
Don't hurt yourself.
Why are you being a pill? Cyber Monday sale ends today. 20 to 30% off all of our educational products. Go to calebhammer.com before the day ends.
Hi, my name is Olivia. I'm 31 years old. I live in New Orleans, Louisiana, and this is Financial Audit.
She zoomed through that intro, just like she zoomed on over to Austin. Thanks for being here. What do you do for a living over there in New Orleans?
I'm a paralegal.
Paralegal? Mm-hmm. Could be a lot of time, not a lot of money, depending. Okay, what are you making?
$50,000 a year.
Okay, decent. New Orleans. I don't know the cost of living in New Orleans. I do know it's a declining city population-wise. So that usually means it stretches a little further. How do you feel living in New Orleans on $50,000 a year?
Comfortable. Definitely, I can pay for all of the things that I need to pay for. I can pay for the things I need to pay for, and some of the things I want to pay for, and a lot of the things I shouldn't be buying.
So comfortable is they can pay advances.
Yeah. Wait, pay advances?
She doesn't even know. Wonderful.
What do you mean pay advances?
We'll get into that. Good. I was curious. That's why I wanted to hit that out of the gate because I was like wondering, does she even know? Because that just sets a good precedent for how the conversation is going to go where your knowledge of your own financial situation is.
Uh-oh. What do you mean pay advances?
We'll get there.
Huh, okay.
What?
I'm scared of it now.
So how?
What?
You're actually like that? That just felt really weird.
What do you mean, weird? Yeah.
Is this how you present yourself?
Yeah.
We don't really know each other, so I just want to... Okay.
I am a very strange human, yeah.
That's okay. Totally good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you're not coming on here and going, Ew.
No. I'm just a strange human.
Okay.
Don't face at me in that look of tone. I know who I am. What?
And so, okay. $50,000 in New Orleans. We chit-chatted a little bit before this. I mean, your living situation isn't bad in terms of your monthly expense. For the $50,000, what hits your account on a monthly basis?
Between $4,500 and $6,000 a month.
Okay, then you should be doing fine, unless there's something crazy that I don't know. 4.5. Wait, how does it vary by 1,500?
Paralegal is not my only stream of income.
Oh, what else? Okay, well, we bleeped the word because it leads to demonetization, but essentially it's the things that are under the bras get displayed into the internet eyes for money. Okay, you actually do that, and that comes in. And if we talk more about that, unfortunately, it has to be in the post show or else we're demonetized in our YouTube membership. That's what we learned, and that's what our people over there have told us to do. So maybe we can talk about that more in the post show, but let's get the income part of it.
I'd say content creation because I do also Twitch stream sometimes.
You do? Okay.
I was a full-time content creator through COVID, and then I dropped off.
A lot of people had the COVID boom in content creation. A lot of people were at home. A lot of people had eyes on screens.
Yep.
Did you lose it or did you leave it?
I left.
Why?
Because I didn't like it.
Oh.
I didn't like it.
Why are you doing the and the... This is Twitch.
Oh.
Playing video games.
I was like,
why are you doing both if you didn't like it?
I didn't like it when I had to do it full time, but when it was more of a hobby, it's still entertaining. It still provides income, and it's low effort.
The same with the tatis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I post like once a month, and I still rake in pretty good money. So
now, this is what I always want to ask. Do you enjoy doing that? Do you like doing that? Or is it something you feel you have to do? Because whether or not I support it is dependent on that answer.
I would say 78% of the time I enjoy it.
Okay. Well, if you enjoy a job, even like a great job, you don't enjoy it 100% of the time. So I will accept that as I do it because I like it.
Fair.
So the $1,500 a month ebbs and flows because of those positions? Okay. In this last month, I mean, what do you think came in total? Across everything. We have some deposits. We got some payroll. We got spicy money and Zelle and Cash App.
Yes. So the Zelle is that alternative income.
More?
No, that is just the alternative income.
I had spicy as 830 and then more Zells of an extra 500. Why would you get Zelled through that? Unless is there extra off-site spices?
No, so I have a business checking account and I Zell it to my personal account.
Okay, so we can
so it might be a little duplicative.
Okay, yep. So how much do you think came in? Total across everything.
Last month, I would say probably 5,000.
4,000. So what is wrong here? Because even with all these incomes added up, we made it to $4,097.60, which is on the low end of your estimate of 4,000 to 5,500. So how are we at the bottom end of the barrel with all these different income streams, which are not insignificant? The spicy was 838. That's not bad. Don't see anything for Twitch.
No, I didn't.
So this is the bottom of the month. Are you sure this is the bottom, or do you make lower than that sometimes?
No, that's the bottom.
Okay. So I'm gonna then trust you and say 4,750 a month.
Okay.
On average.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. So in general, what do you think you spent?
Probably a little bit more than I bring in. So probably around 5.
Oddly enough, no. You actually spent a little less.
Oh.
Which is weird, because I don't know why the money maneuvers that you were making in terms of debt going up, in terms of really dumb stuff, were the case. It's extra dumb when people don't have money and there's no money going in and there's no money left to go out. They take these alternative paths through growing debt or having something bounce or anything like that. You didn't have that, though. You didn't have the insignificant money, but you still had the absolute stupidity in the finances.
Yes.
Why do you think that would be the case, self-assessed?
Money makes me really anxious because...
Then why are you doing it incorrectly, though? Because when I'm anxious about something, I construct ways in life to avoid the anxiety in certain ways. And your avoidance of money anxiety would be having a fully funded emergency fund, being on track for retirement, making sure you can never be financially. But instead, you are doing the and have no preparation whatsoever to avoid being which means if you get into a bad financial situation again, like that, or manipulative or whatever it might be, you have no escape route. You have no ability to fend for yourself.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
What? That's not funny to me. What?
So back when I first got into content creation, in the first year and a half, I made almost $200,000.
Oh, for fuck's sake, when was this? That's insane. That's so much money.
That was the end of 2020.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. COVID content. Okay.
Yeah. And it's all gone.
Oh.
Yeah. I had a financial advisor at the time, but he wasn't really participating.
What do you mean he wasn't participating?
So before I'd gotten him on my team, so to speak, I was putting aside 30% every time I got a check-in for my taxes and everything, and I had it all just sitting and ready to go.
You've built good bones, okay.
And
not reflected in here, but
yeah. And he told me that it would be better to use that money to pay off my credit cards because the penalties I would have gotten from my taxes were less than the interest I was making.
I could see his mathematical reasoning on certain things, sure.
Right.
But IRS is the people we don't with typically in my book, but go on.
Well, and then the CPA that he hooked me up with filed my 2021 taxes and then kind of stopped responding to my messages. So I haven't filed since.
How is this happening so much on this show? How are there so many people out there not filing taxes? So 22, 23, and soon to be 24, you have not filed. Not that you would have for 24 yet, but it's about to be. Really? So 2 years so far you haven't filed. How much money have you brought in? How much money did you bring in 2023?
I think 75,000.
Oh, good. How much for 2022?
100.
Oh, good. You're gonna owe
so much. So much. Yes. Yeah. Well,
I mean, what? 20 to 50 maybe total, 20 to 50 depending. And then
yes.
And then they will add fees. Will they add interest on top of that? What is it? What are they calculating? Have you heard from anyone? Is anyone at the IRS like, oh, hello?
No. And in my defense, I have been trying to get them filed. No. I have contacted 3 CPAs and they stop responding to my messages.
You're going to sit down with the same financial advisors I use that don't make money We'll pay for it. You're good. Everyone out there in the audience gets a free session, but we'll pay for your whole thing either way.
Bless.
So.
Yeah, that was the other thing is the first CPA I was working with wanted to charge me $1,200 to file 2022.
I mean, that could make sense. I paid my CPA a lot too. The more complicated your money gets and the more they can save you, of course, the more they will charge.
Absolutely. And I was happy.
I don't know if that's incorrect or bad. You just try to say that like it was immediately a horrible thing.
No, because I was like, okay, I can pay this. Just send me the engagement letter. I'm ready to do this. This was halfway through 2023. And I would be like, hey, where is it? And then a month later, hey, where is it? A month later, hey, where is it? And he would just...
That's when 1 month later, I go get another CPA, by the way.
Yeah. I was going through a lot at the time, so...
Is there ever a period, no offense, and again, life is life. I'm not, like, trying to diminish it. Is there ever a period in your life so far where we're not going through something? Because it sounds like every single year is something else. But at the same time, the more and more we go through life always, and I've had so many people on the show that have done what you're doing and then do what you're going to continue to do if you go on this path. This was bad. So much was going on. And if you always use that, never get ahead, never try to be actionable in your way of trying to actually move beyond the life is against me at all times.
Oh, no.
Then you're going to end up in the path where you have yourself. And you're going to just make it worse because you're never going to recover it. And the excuse will always be something's going on.
No, I definitely am not in the boat of, oh my God, my life is so hard, poor me. It's definitely, I've made bad decisions. I've put bad people into my life and let them stay there for way too long.
Okay, you haven't paid your taxes in 3 years. There's a lot of time there to make a move.
Yes. And again, I'm now on my third CPA who I've been waiting on.
I would have mass emailed a bajillion CPAs. You try 3 in 3 years, that's one you try to contact a year. Come on, I can't give you praise for that.
I know.
I'm sorry. You tried to use that as a good thing, but it can't. There's 12 months. 12 months. You did one out of every 12 months. We can't be like thrilled at ourselves for that. No pats on the back there.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Gotta take care of your
I know.
They'll come and garnish you.
Well, and I the one really good thing I did is because I'd
love to hear those. Yeah.
No, when I got divorced,
Divorced? It's like, when were you married?
When I was 20.
That's... Well, I don't know.
I've lived a lot of life.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was saying.
I've been divorced and then engaged twice after that.
Oh, good. What? Simps?
So the first engagement was to a now rather large TikTok creator who was wildly abusive, mostly financially. That was when I got into content creation.
He's a big Twitch creator right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll ask off camera.
Do you want me to say it like now?
Oh.
Or just like wait for the post? I don't care talking about it. That was half of my content for a year.
Who?
Daddy Ditto.
Do you know him, Jake?
He does a lot of like, oh my God, women are bippity boppity, women are property, and I'm so funny, but ooh woo, I'm like a little beta boy and tell me I'm a good boy. He's gross. But
I don't know him.
I digress.
What's his name? / bippity boppity?
No, Daddy Ditto is what he streams under. But no, so he was wildly financially abusive, and that's where a lot
And he got engaged 2 more times?
No, that was the first engagement.
And he got engaged again?
Yes. To be fair, I didn't know about his crap until I caught him falling to other people. So
it was a cheating thing.
Yeah.
This is the final chance at the end of tonight. Our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale ends. Right now, it's the best price ever on our entire class educational bundle. It is 33% off. You can also get 20% off everything else, including merchandise. And reminder, we've added 4 brand new sections to our Master Your Money budgeting program. This is literally the best price you'll ever get. Make sure you check it out now. Link in the description below, or go to calebhammer.com. You're not engaged currently, are you?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, after I got divorced, I had to move back from Italy. I was overseas. He was military, and so I was living.
Daddy Diddy?
No. This is my so Daddy Ditto's the ex-fiance. My ex-husband and I are actually still pretty tight. He's the sweetest guy on the planet. Just didn't work out. But when I moved out of Italy,
the cheater.
No. That was another ex-fiance.
I am so lost.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, guys. No, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Ex-husband, military.
Sure.
Ex-fiance, 1, Daddy Ditto streamer.
Oh,
Ex-fiance,
gotcha.
2, cheater. Now single. Now avoiding at all costs because apparently I make bad decisions.
I searched Daddy Ditto and I see nothing on Google.
Really?
Are you spelling D-I-T-T-O?
Like Ditto, like the Pokemon. All one word?
Has a lot of followers on Instagram.
Yeah. I wonder where those came from.
What, are you saying he pays for them?
No. When he and I started dating,
I think I've seen clips.
Yeah. When he and I started dating, he was at 30K on TikTok, and when we broke up, he was at 250.
He looks
gross.
I hate to say. Well, I was gonna say we look a little similar. His beard's just a bit more scrappy, and I think he has a few more pounds, but we don't look completely different. Well, I don't know. I mean, I honestly can't judge that very well. Okay.
Does not take care of himself. Doesn't let other people take care of him either. Anyway, I digress.
Self-assessed. Where do you think your finances are today? 0 to 10. 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best.
1.
Okay. If you want your Hammer financial score, it's free. See where you are. Check it out. Link in the description below. And if you want to come here to Austin, Texas, come on over and talk about your exes with me. I mean, I like a good little glass of tea here and there, a little sip, sip, sip. Come on. CalebHammer.com/apply. We'd be happy to have you. All right.
No, but the good thing.
Okay.
When I got divorced.
We're back to it.
No. I didn't finish the story. I got divorced, moved back from Italy, was living off my credit cards, and was at $25,000 in credit card debt.
When was this?
2019.
Okay.
And I paid it all off.
Yeah.
It was at 0. It was completely gone.
For that.
And then I kept moving.
Moving? Why are you moving always? Stream online.
I have, on average, moved once a year every year since I was like 11.
Honestly, I've pretty much done that since I was 18, but I don't my finances with it. What do you mean? What are you doing?
So,
where are you not? You're in New Orleans. Where are you going to be in like a month?
I would really actually like to stay in New Orleans. I'm in a really good situation. I'm a lot more stable. I have a job I really like. And it's all good things. So I'm hoping to stay in New Orleans for the foreseeable future.
How'd you pay off all that debt?
I originally I had one of my credit cards had an offer for a balance transfer, 0% interest for 12 months, 0 fee. So I did a few thousand on that. And then I did a debt consolidation loan that I paid off because I paid both of them off within the like allotted time frame.
You probably didn't change the behavior that got you in there in the first place, because usually when people utilize those tools, they didn't change the behavior, and then guess what? Your debt went back up. Who would have thought, right?
I changed some of it, but not all of it.
How many consolidations have you done over the time?
1.
I'm being told 2.
1 instance, it may have been 2 loans. I don't remember.
Okay.
But I know it was at 1. I did all of it at the same time.
All right. I want to get into this card. And these cards have little interesting little niblets throughout, let me tell you. Okay? Amex every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're sitting at $1,305 again. I mean, your entire rent and utilities are $600, right? Isn't that what you said?
$800.
$800. This is what you told me right before. Okay, cool. Awesome. With the money left over, obviously we need to set some aside for taxes because not all of it is. Is the paralegal contracting, or are you doing that as a W-2?
Salary. I'm
cool.
W-2 salary.
Barely any money setting aside for taxes for that other kind of income, but
I was going to say that's probably why I overestimated the income, is I have them withholding a lot extra for my taxes.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
What overestimated your income? I'm asking how much hits your account on a monthly basis.
Right. So I did the math based off of like my annual salary divided by 12.
You don't know what hits your account on a monthly basis? Because that's all I was asking.
No.
What do you mean? Do you not look at your fucking like checking? Do you not look at anything that's happening in your accounts?
So I make sure that I have the money for a purchase before I make a purchase, but other than that, I try.
Do you look at your accounts other than just literally looking at the number if it's there to make a purchase?
No.
And I don't even think you do that again, because I have things in here. Yeah, you'll see. This is just to suggest to me that you are not informed of your finances in any way. Obviously, you don't make a budget. Do you not make a budget? You've never made a budget. Are you a budgeter? There's no budget. Is there a spreadsheet? I don't think there is.
I have Rocket Money on my phone.
Great, it's on the phone.
But I don't look at it. You are absolutely right. Okay, do you play video games?
Yes.
You know, like when you start the skill tree and it's like real small and you like have a couple of little outshoots as you start to level up?
Okay.
I haven't leveled up any of my financial skills. I just got like a couple of good ideas and I started with that and I was like, this is fine, and it's
But
not.
obviously not. So why the f would you continue down that road? When it's not working, you readjust. That's not an answer.
I made it this far and I didn't expect to, so I'm
What do you
holding on.
mean? Oh, come on. That's a horrible mindset. What do you mean?
I really didn't. And
You
then,
did not literally think you'd be dead by now. Really?
I
So you
was
just
homeless
didn't care?
for most of my teenage years.
Hopeless, but did you think you'd be dead? Oh,
Statistically,
what? No, statistically, you'd be alive. What do you mean?
no. Like, so, okay. Have you ever heard of the ACEs scores? It's the
No.
Adverse Childhood Experience Score. And I was a psychology major for a minute. But no, so statistically, like teenage women who grow up homeless and have like a certain.
You were homeless too?
Yeah, for like while I was in high school.
Okay. Yeah, you went through a lot. I'm sorry. I want to focus on your finances today.
I'm still here, so well, and that's part of why, like, when I paid off the debt after I was divorced, I like really gave myself a pat on the back, and I was like, "Oh, good, I did it. I don't have to ever look at it ever again." And then I made all of this money doing content creation, and I thought I would be fine forever, and I just was kind of, you know, oh my god, I'm just a girl my way through life. Hey, and yeah, no, for the last especially 6 months, I've been really being like, oh, I need to stop putting my life away. So, ta-da, Jesse.
$44 in monthly payment. $31 of interest. Like this, time and time again. I do not know how we were here. Again, you're not unreasonable. You have self-assessed so many different things. You kind of understand relatively where you are in terms of finances. You gave yourself a normal score that actually makes sense for you, even though you don't look at your accounts. Why the f on a card that you cannot pay off, that you want to pay off, that you make more money than you spend?
The face you made was funny.
Why are you spending $303 on it?
So
why the possible f, especially when $31.43 of interest is accruing? What are you doing?
So the plan I had for the credit cards was that when I got them all paid off, each one would have a very specific use to maximize the benefits.
You paid them off years ago.
Yes. And my plan was that I
don't give a fuck about that 2 years ago.
I know.
Why are you doing this now?
Because I know that I make enough money that I should not be in debt, which is why I started.
But it's not working. So why would you continue it? That's what's so confusing. Why would I continue something that's not working?
Because I've been paying it down.
No, it went up.
6 months ago,
I don't give a fuck about 6 months ago. The balance went up now.
Yes. So the reason I'm still using them is because, again, I have a plan for how I want to maximize the usability of it, and I need to pay them off. You are absolutely right. I have a spreadsheet that shows.
Then pay them off.
I'm working on it.
No, you're not. It went up.
I'm making much more.
You're trying to sound good, but you are not. You're right. You paid more than minimum, but it didn't matter because you still spent more than you paid off.
Yes. Yes.
You're trying to make it sound better than it actually is, and I'm not going to let you get away with that.
I'm using the tools I have poorly.
You're using cope to try to make it through this conversation. It's all fucking DoorDash. Great. Yeah, let's let that keep us in debt. DoorDash. Touch Tunes. What even is that? And then Touch Tunes. Then Netflix. What the fuck is a Touch Tune? You got two $25 charges on there.
$25?
Help Shift.
Oh, I know what Touch Tunes is. What?
What is it?
Oh, it's a jukebox app that you can play music when you're at bars.
Costs $25?
No, so you like refill it and it gives you credits.
How much? How often are you there?
Oh,
$50 in jukeboxing? That's the dumbest thing I've heard.
one night I was trolling a bar.
Oh, for fuck's
It was
sake.
entertainment. And when am I
Dude, you're trolling your finances. You're trolling your life. You're trolling your retirement. You're trolling an emergency fund. You're trolling you're going to be homeless again because if you f this up, you have no fallback if you do lose your housing.
Yeah.
And it's not cute. It's not a little joke.
No, it's not. This is a cope laugh. Absolutely a cope laugh. This is, I am uncomfortable and angry at myself and very disappointed.
I'm disappointed at something I'm doing. I fix it. Again, you know.
Well, some of us have better coping skills, okay? I'm doing the best I can with what I have to work with.
That's not funny. Again, my thing.
What? Why are you facing at me in that look of tone?
Because, I don't know, you're a bit odd and...
Did I not start with that? I'm a weird person.
And I'm trying to just fucking comprehend it, okay?
Good luck.
When I'm looking at you, I'm just trying to think. So calm down.
No.
Just trying to understand, like, what I'm dealing with. Like, what kind of creature's in front of me.
Creature of the internet?
Shut the f up.
No. I'm literally here to talk about the finances. Why would I shut up?
Because it was a moment of silence. We're allowed to have them. It's okay. I was thinking. You'll make it through it.
Don't hurt yourself.
Why are you being a bitch all of a sudden?
There's a difference between being a bitch and making snappy jokes.
You're making jokes?
Yes.
Because this is a joke, right? Your entire financial future is haha. I want to give you free money right now. I've partnered with different resources that will literally give you hundreds of dollars the moment you sign up for them. Check out my investing app of choice, Moomoo, where they give you up to 15 free stocks and 8.1% interest on your uninvested cash when you sign up with my link. Do you want a more traditional savings account? Check out where I keep my emergency fund, SoFi, where they'll give you 4.5% on your money and up to $300. Would you rather have automated investing? Sign up for Acorns with my link and you'll get $20 right now instead of the usual $5 you'd get from your friend's referral. You can also sign up for our investing program and get $100 in cash deposited into your Moomoo account. This is the best way to learn what your investing profile looks like and what investing strategies to use based on that. All of this free money is linked in the resources section of the description below, so don't pass up the free money because I'll punch you. Listen, you have late fees on this card.
Yes.
I always have enough money in my account, she says earlier. Rewind.
No. The money is there. I just forget to pay it.
Then you can't have credit cards. You're not a credit card person. You don't know how to manage them. Close them. This is not a tool. You don't know what you're doing.
It was for 6 months.
But it's not. 6 months is nothing.
No, I know. And it's one of those things where it's hard to break a habit, especially when things are
Close them and you won't have to break it. It'll be taken out of your hands. Close them.
Would it not be better to use the tools the way that they're...
You don't know how to.
Yes, but that is a skill I can learn.
And if we learn them by proving it within debit accounts for a while, I will allow you to open a small limit credit card again. Why would I give you access to a fucking nuclear bomb when you can't even handle firing a pistol right now?
I hardly think that credit card is a nuclear bomb.
You're in a situation where money is being pulled from a credit card in a cash advance way that you don't even know about because you don't have enough money in certain accounts to pay for a bill. So yes, you are fucking yourself. You have no retirement. If you get evicted for whatever reason, you lose that roommate situation, you're yes, this is a nuclear bomb for your life, whether or not you realize it. You're literally having late fees and hundreds of dollars in interest accruing on a credit card that you are not paying off and only allowing the balance to go up. So I don't want to hear it. Don't try to diminish how bad your situation is or you'll never get out of it because you don't care.
No, I do care.
Not with that kind of language and attitude.
I care. Just because I'm making bad decisions doesn't mean I don't care.
No, it wasn't just about making bad decisions. You were trying to defend. You're trying to make it seem like it's not as bad. It is. And if you don't realize how bad it is, then what the f are we doing? Amazon Chase card.
Yes.
$2,413.61. $79 monthly payment. You could use a card many in our audience use, like the Fizz card. It's a debit card, so you can only spend what's in your account, but it still builds your credit. You can do that. That's a way to do it. If you want to prove you're a credit card person, that's a good place to start. Because obviously we're not with this kind of balance. And we're still purchasing on it. Was it less than your payment towards it? Sure. But you're still purchasing on it. Mm-hmm. So we're not making as much progress as possible because guess what? It still takes 11 years to pay off, but you're trying to diminish that with the money you spend on it. And then $54.95 of interest. And also, you started above the credit limit, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, you betcha.
How far?
Oh, just about, if I'm not mistaken here, it's a bit blurry on my end. Looks about $60 above the credit limit.
That's good to know. Oops.
See?
No, you're right.
See?
I don't look at it, and I need to.
Do not try to defend this then. You were just, again, trying to defend your situation, making it sound like it's not as bad as it really is. You didn't even know you were above the credit limit, okay? And that's why you're not spending more money on this, because guess what? Even with all that, you're only $75 under the credit limit. Even though, compared to what you spent on it, you paid off $225 more than you spent on it. But you're only $75 under the limit. Well
that
done.
One I apparently need to look at because
You need to look at all of them. This is not a...
That's fair. That is very fair.
Please, for f***'s sake, you get them for free. I need you as a guest. But starting tonight, when you get home, or tomorrow, whenever it is, go through the debt class so you can learn how to manage this debt, understand it, how to consolidate, whatever it might be, whatever tool makes sense for you. Learn all those skills, take the quizzes, go through our budgeting class so you know how to do all this, and you go through this and plug it into places and manage it. Go through it. You get it for free. They're all bundled together for 15% off now for you guys, but you get it for free, so do it. I'll be pissed if you show back up here and you didn't do it, okay? It's literally access to just free, top-of-the-line education of the stuff that you don't know how to do and you keep f***ing up. So take it.
I will take it, I promise.
It's for fucking Amazon Music and Kindle. I'm glad we have subscriptions on a card that we can't pay off. On another card that is accrued... Oh, what would we say? Well, I don't even know how many of them are late fees or over the credit limit fees, but $200 of fees this year so far. Well done.
I am curious what those fees are. So. Well, no, because if it's just late fees, then that means I just need to set my reminders.
If that's only late fees, then you've missed. Then you were late every month this year.
Oh, then it can't just be late fees.
Exactly, which is even worse that you have a mixture of late fees and above credit limit fees. That's f***ed. It's stupid. That is mismanagement, immaturity, unknowing how to use credit cards as a tool. You just said, well, shouldn't I be able to have access to the tool? You didn't know you were above the credit limit. So no, you can't even come close to these. You need to run from credit cards. You are making them so much money and you are getting no benefit from it because these are all, again, over maxed out on this one. That last one was pretty close to maxed out. So that's not benefiting your credit. Right. Your utilization is well beyond 33%.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So what are we doing? What kind of tool are you trying to take advantage of? It's taking advantage of you.
Well, the plan I had that was working for a long time was the American Express was explicitly for groceries.
For 6 months.
Yes. And then I moved.
You said a long time, so I want to clarify. 6 months. Go on.
The American Express was exclusively for groceries because I earned triple points and cash back when I used it at grocery stores.
You got drawn in so hard. Okay, go on.
Well, no, because I have paid for entire bills with that card using those points.
Oh, yeah, and now you've lost magnitudes. 20 times what benefits you've ever gotten, by far. Not even close, 100 times probably. But continue. Your grand strategy that worked for, let's see. Oh, let's just, have a little point or 1.6% of your life. Your grand strategy has worked for 1.6% of your life. So go ahead. Tell me about this master plan.
The Amazon card was exclusively for Amazon purchases.
What?
And the plan was that every time I would make an Amazon purchase, I would set up my debit account bill pay that I would go in at the end of each week and just send a payment straight to that card. So that way it always had like a zero revolving balance.
Sounds like a thrilling plan.
And it worked until I moved and fell off of the bandwagon.
6 months is nothing.
Correct.
Anyone can do anything for 6 months unless it's death. Well, causing death. Okay, like behavior discipline stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I know that these habits take time, and I know I fell off the bandwagon really hard because...
When was this?
About a year and a half ago, I think.
So a fourth of the time in the last 2 years, you did okay.
When I went through one of my breakups and moved. That was that period of time. That was the cheater.
Why are you not able to control anything? Because again, if you were using this correctly, if you were using money correctly, you would have had an emergency fund, meaning you would have not gone into debt through a breakup. The cheater, makes sense. Stick in the wrong hole, boom, bye-bye. But that doesn't mean you go into debt.
I never really planned for the future.
It's not even planning for the future. That's just making sure you don't get f***ed in life. It's not planning for the future because you don't plan for... You don't know what emergencies are going to happen.
Well, right, but having that 12-month emergency fund is like having
6.
I would want a 12-month. That would be my goal, but
sure.
But having that fallback is like planning for the future. And it's funny. I was actually listening to a podcast on the way here that talked about psychology behind like the way that people spend. And one of the things that they talked about is breaking out of the mindset that like if you grew up poor, that when you get a bunch of money, you are uncomfortable with like holding on to it. I definitely think that that's a big part of why it happened. It's not a good reason for it, but I do think that's part of why it happened, is because these triggers would happen and I would just be like, no more bandwagon, back into the old habits, back to what's comfortable.
Almost $1,000 in interest this year so far on this card alone.
Ooh.
Insane.
Yeah, no kidding.
And again, you didn't even know it was
No, I didn't.
All right, Barclays. For what? Is this a standard Barclays?
So that was, I originally opened that card when I was in college. I used it to finance my MacBook for school.
Classic, all right.
I did pay off the MacBook. I didn't get any penalties or interest on it. And then that was the same card that had the balance transfer deal once I paid off the laptop.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, you owe 1,072 on here with a total credit line of 1,300, so...
It used to be a lot more.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not, because again, you don't know how to manage access to debt.
Yeah, no. That's
so I would not want you to have it. It takes 6 years to pay off with the minimum monthly payment. Okay. There is not a card that we've looked at that hasn't had basically $200 in fees this year so far. You keep talking about this 6 months or you did well. I wouldn't care if you did well for 20 years. If the first 3 cards that I put in no particular order, by the way, the first 3 cards we looked at all had late fees and above credit limit fees, I would never want you to even look at a credit card again for the rest of your fucking life. That's beyond insane. People on the show f up all the time. That doesn't mean they have late fees and above the credit limit fees.
Is that for the whole year?
Yes.
Okay, so in my defense, this year I moved to Louisiana.
Listen, in my defense, you move every second of your life, so I don't give a f. That's not a reason anymore. You always move. That is your choice. Moving doesn't mean let's f our life. Or maybe we wait until we can afford to move. Come on. That's not an excuse. You chose to move to New Orleans.
I was in a dangerous situation.
Oh my gosh.
I had to move.
So we have to move.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The holidays are here, and if you're anything like me, your budget is feeling the squeeze. Between buying gifts, stocking up on holiday food, and other expenses, feels like every dollar vanishes in an instant. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I've been using the sponsor of today's video, Upside, and it's been a game changer. Upside is a free app that lets you earn real cash back on everyday purchases at over 100,000 locations for essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You name it. Here's how it works. You just claim an offer in the app, pay as usual with your card, and you're done. Cashback shows up in your account, ready to transfer to your bank. No points, no weird junky rewards that you didn't ask for. For all of you that already factor in routine purchases into your budget, Upside is a tool giving you more bang for your buck. I've been using it for dining out and grocery shopping. And while I don't fill up the gas because I drive an EV now, if I did, you bet I'd be using Upside. People can even earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product when paired with loyalty programs and credit card rewards. $1 million in cashback is being earned by users each week. Users all over love Upside, and top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. And what would I do with that cashback? Probably top up my emergency fund or include it in my budget to take care of the necessities. Just promise me you won't blow it on taquitos or sweet treats. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description below to download Upside and use code HAMMER to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or scan the QR code to claim this offer. Thanks to Upside for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go back into the audit.
And to be fair, in your defense, I was unemployed when I first moved down.
Okay, so it wasn't just about that then.
No, it was, I dragged my feet finding employment. And then when I did find employment,
Can I also ask a question again?
Yeah.
I'm not unsympathetic to anything you've been through.
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to deal with all the things.
Sorry.
So, no, it's okay. I'm just trying to figure out how it all comes together, and it's immediately a difficult perception, or not a perception. Well, I guess I could be perceived. So, but either way, it's the difficult thing about it is anytime that anything is bad in your finances, it comes down to something else beyond our control. So it's like, what can I do? Then this isn't a conversation that even involves me.
Right.
But even still, why'd you have to move like states and cities? And why does it have to be this massive move that costs thousands beyond thousands of dollars?
I didn't pay for all of the move.
Well, even worse then.
So, fair. My roommate got out of the military, and so he helped pay for that move because we moved in together here.
Then that's worse.
Yes, right. And so the first maybe 4 months of this year, I wasn't doing a lot of content creation because I just didn't want to.
Good, don't do it if you don't want to.
Right,
but
I
wasn't.
wasn't.
That. That's chill.
But I was living beyond my means. And
Well, that's not chill.
Correct.
Why didn't you go get a job? Why didn't you pour some coffee? Why didn't you drop some McFries in that grease?
So I was applying to some jobs. I was not putting my best foot forward. I was just kind of holding on until the move, because the move was in March.
Oh, you're talking pre-move.
Yeah, pre-move. I wasn't doing a lot
What about once you got there?
Dealing with unpacking and...
Oh, come on, everyone unpacks when they move.
Well, there was a lot of shuffling around.
I've had a job when I unpacked things.
That's fair. There was a lot of shuffling around, and I didn't prioritize it when I absolutely should have. That is absolutely on me. And yeah, there's just a lot of shuffling around. We ended up moving 3 times in a few months. We had a friend we were supposed to move in with, and he ended up being a raging douche canoe, so we had to get out of that.
Is there anyone in your life that's not a piece of apparently?
My roommate.
One person you've ever met?
No, there's a few, but I don't live with them, and they don't affect my living situation, so. Remember when I said I had really bad decision-making skills? It's not just financial.
But it's all not just you, though. You have been in bad situations. That's the hard part. Yeah. That's the hard part of this conversation is I'm trying to figure out how to navigate it.
Well, the biggest issue for me is that despite all of the things, I do manage to 90% of the time make enough to cover what
you made more than you spent.
Right.
Which makes all this more stupid.
Right.
Though.
That's the biggest problem, is that I'm just making stupid fucking decisions, like not looking at my statements.
That annoys me to hear.
I'm sorry. It annoys me to be this way.
I'll tell you why. You know this, so why the don't you do it? I will never understand. I will never understand when I probably do stupid stuff all the time. It happens. But once I at least realize it, that's when I try to do an action to prevent it. If you're doing something stupid and you don't know it, you're just ignorant. That's fine, because you're just ignorant. You're not ignorant to it.
I think I was ignorant to how bad it was, because I didn't
Sure, but you knew it was bad.
I knew it wasn't where I wanted it to be.
So why not try to get it to where you want to be?
I have made little steps.
No, your debt has gone up.
Well, I canceled my gym membership that I wasn't using. That's
the little steps.
Okay. I haven't been ordering out as much as I used to.
The whole first credit card was DoorDash's on a card that went up in balance.
Yes.
11. Furniture and mattress. Thank goodness. Yeah. Oh, good. We're paying interest on this. Why not? Oh, good. The balance went up. That's wonderful. Because... oh, good. The amount is past due. We're $41 past due. Well done. Come on. We're not even,
I forgot again. That was definitely...
This can't... auto pay. Have you never heard of auto pay in your life? It is this great new invention that's been around for decades. Are you kidding me?
Auto pay f***ed me really bad.
You're f***ing yourself? What do you mean? You're making it much worse than it ever f***ed you, most likely.
Well, no, because...
What, you got an overdraft for $35 once? You're getting charged an extra jillion dollars a year.
So for a minute when I wasn't making enough to cover the bills, the auto pay tried 4 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
how'd you not see it after 1?
I did. And I tried to tell them to stop pulling it. And they said, oh, well, it's already started. We can't do anything about it.
Why didn't you have the money?
because I wasn't working when I should have been, and I wasn't working hard enough. Yes.
And there was nothing to transfer anywhere else.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 100% on me.
But guess what?
Yes.
Never have no money in your account again, and then you don't have to worry about this. This is pretty basic.
Yes, and now I don't.
Sometimes it's more complicated than it sounds, but not in this instance. You're f***ing yourself. And even those 4 overdraft fees, you're still paying more in fees this year so far than those 4. So you're making it worse. You can't forget this. Set yourself a timer. If you don't know how the f***ing calendar works, set it on auto pay. It's as easy as that. It's just basic.
Yeah.
Great,
No,
she agrees.
I agree.
Why isn't she doing it? Great, you can do that and try to get out of this little pushback. You can't just agree but never do it. That's not how these conversations work. That is a get out, and I don't want you to just get out and then keep going the way you're doing without actually realizing what you're doing is wrong.
No, and that's the biggest problem is that I know what I'm doing and I know that I am f***ing up and I want to fix it, and I'm finding resources. Hello.
What?
I'm finding resources to help me learn.
Me, okay.
Yeah, to like help me learn how to do the things that I should be doing.
What resources?
There was a podcast. I couldn't think of the word. A podcast that I was listening to that was like teaching about the psychology of money and how to like reframe the thinking around it.
Are you one of those people that always takes in all the information but never actually does anything in their life? Because I've worked with people like that as well, where they just read self-help books forever, entrepreneurial books forever, then they never actually do anything in their life and they just endlessly consume the information. Because that worries me. Because that is almost everyone I know that goes down that road.
No.
Instead of the people that actually get out there and do.
I would say I consume it and then I actually end up implementing maybe 30% at a time, and then I'll go back and redo it.
What has been implemented here? I see a missed payment.
I took it off the auto pay because it was overdrafting the account when I didn't have the money in the account about a year ago.
Okay. It's not a year ago anymore. You have money in the account.
Yes. I don't have a better answer for that other than I just haven't put it back on auto. That, and it's almost completely paid off, and it will be closed when it's paid off.
I don't know how you pay off a card with $0 of payments and $41 of fees and $7.70 of interest.
Oh, it just must have missed by a day or two because I usually pay more than the minimum balance on that card.
Didn't. And now it's gone up. Yeah. Just like the other cards we've looked at so far, except for one. So I don't know what you're talking about. USAA. $2,282.87. New cash advances, $100. Here it is, the special little guy. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. We're basically almost at the credit limit. Shocker.
What is the cash advance? I didn't know I could do that on that card.
What's your minimum monthly payment normally?
0. They literally say 0 every time I log in, but I have an Excel sheet that tells me what I should pay.
$34.89 of interest. What you should pay should be all of it. What do you mean instead of? What do you mean?
So the Excel sheet I put together for myself has like the current balance, the interest rate, and the payment I need to make if I want to pay it off in 12 months.
It's basically 12 months. Well, good luck with that, because with the way you're managing your finances, that's not even coming close to an option. 12 months from when? Now? It's always going to be now. 12 months from now. Tomorrow will be 12 months from now.
That's the problem I've run into.
Which is not cute. But
no.
Guess what? You didn't have enough money in your USAA check-in account, so it withdrew or took it over. The cash advance, $100, overdraft protection from your credit card. It's basically what I suggested earlier.
That should not be turned on.
They did it.
It's going to be a fun phone call.
Honestly, why would you be entitled to something with the phone call anyway? Because, like, you did not have the money. It's not your legal ability to spend someone else's money.
No. Not because it should have been overdrafted, but because the cash advance should have been turned off, because I ran into that before. And the cash advances should have been turned off.
Couldn't tell you. All I know is you did not have enough money in your checking account to do something you tried to do, and then you did it. And now you have this cash advance overdraft fee. So regardless, even if you turned it off, you still f***ed up major.
Well, and I don't even have that debit card. Literally, the money in that checking account is just for my renter's insurance, I think, or my car insurance. One of those.
But one's usually $5 and the other one could be like $500. So that's kind of...
I had it bundled for a while and I can't remember if I had canceled one. It was one of the...
Then are we really surprised that the person that doesn't know if it's a $5 or $500 charge in there is overdrafting? No, you know nothing about your accounts.
No, because you
don't know a single thing.
I had an automatic transfer from my main checking account to that account a week before the payment was supposed to come out.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. That's why I'm surprised.
Maybe you didn't have enough money in the account that you transferred from. Maybe we're overdrafted from an overdraft.
It shouldn't be, but I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. All I know is $400 in interest this year so far, and you've had a late payment as well on this card. Are we shocked? Every single card's had a late payment because we're an adult, apparently, in our 30s. Allegedly.
Oops.
What?
Just the late payments is...
Whoops. Late payment. Whoops. We're f***ing our life. Whoops. We don't have retirement. Whoops. I move every second of my life and I never do it with an emergency fund and I don't have jobs set up. Whoops. What do you mean whoops?
Once a year.
You kind of... Everyone... Like, I'm on your side and then all of a sudden you just f*** it. Whoops. This is not cute. This is not funny. This is seriously your life. Do you not understand that?
This is a big old
I hate this. Why do I get so angry? People wonder sometimes because every single fucking time it feels like, or at least 75% of the time, it just feels like I give a shit more about your life and your finances than you do. And that rages me because you are a person that exists on this earth and you deserve to live a good life, but it is in your control and you're choosing not to. And I can give you an ability of how to get there, but you're like, whoops, a cutesy little whoops. F your whoops.
That is a whole big dose of copium right there. That is me making light because I'm very disappointed in myself. Sorry.
Wells Fargo. $1,595.14 with a minimum monthly payment of $52. Nothing happened here except for interest charging. $35. Okay. Oh gosh, if I see fees that have been charged this year so far, I'm unfortunately actually not going to be surprised. So it doesn't matter anyway. Well, yeah, basically $200 of fees. Back to our classic rounded nice 200. Having many late payments. Many late payments because we don't know how to push a button to turn on automatic payments or set a timer or look at a calendar or manage our life or know what's happening in any sense of any account of anything. I wonder how you manage other things. I wonder how you manage your work schedule. I wonder how you manage your friend's schedule. I wonder how you manage anything because you don't know how to manage your financial schedule, and this has repercussions that are monetary and you're destroying your entire life. Over $400 of interest. I'd be very curious to see the rest of your life because right now this is a complete disaster and I don't know how you manage anything else. Do you even have a envelope anywhere in your house?
Yes.
Folder?
Yes.
Nothing in it? You've never looked at it?
No, I have a filing cabinet.
Mm-hmm, I'm sure you do.
I do.
Oh, I bet there's things.
At least one or two.
You're fucking late on your student loans. Are you kidding me?
They should be in deferment or forbearance or something, right? I got an email about that 2 weeks ago.
Past due amount $203. Fuck you.
What? But I've been getting emails that say no because
from who? Spam accounts?
No, from them. And the last time I logged in,
your regular monthly payment is $46. You don't know what you're talking about.
No, the last time I logged in, it said I had no minimum payment, so I don't.
Minimum monthly payment $46, also known as from the statement that you sent us. So
that's okay.
Last payment was April. That's why you have $249, even though your minimum monthly payment is $46. What a fucking...
Well, right, because that's when they told me I owed a payment because I got an email.
How have you survived? I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at just how ridiculous this is. And then how you think it is versus the reality of it is always so polar opposite. You always think something and it is the literal opposite. Every account we look at. This is crazy. I don't know how you've survived to your 30s.
Carefully.
This is not careful. You don't carefully miss every payment since the 4th month of the year.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
That's fucking stumbling.
I got an email saying that I owed a payment. So I went in and I made a payment. And then the next month I logged in and it said I did not owe a payment. And even when I got that statement, it said I had a $0 minimum or $0
Maybe that's for a different one. I don't know. But for this, you do, okay? They just got put into save. It looks like they just got put in a safe, but these are past payments before I entered deferment that you haven't paid. You weren't even paying your bills before. You must have just got put in deferment, and then the deferment in the SAVE Act is a lot of it's on pause right now because it's being challenged in courts. So, regardless.
So they must be old payments.
Old payments from this fucking year! Not that old!
Well,
remember you just tried to suggest that you being good for 6 months was a lifetime? Your payments are from 6 months ago, so stop! Old payments. For fuck's sake, old payments. You don't know what an old payment is. $50,000 basically in student loans. What did you get a degree in? Anything in law? No, psychology, you said.
So I changed majors a whole bunch of times.
How many times?
5.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Over how many years?
Like 7.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. And did you graduate after 7?
Yes.
Okay. What's your degree?
Paralegal studies.
Okay. So a bachelor in paralegal studies.
It's an associate's.
You got an associate's after 7 years?
So
how many credit hours did you take? This is so much money. Where did you go to school?
So originally I was at the community college in Southern California, and
that would not get you to 47,000 hours of student loans.
Well, I started when I was in high school, and then I was taking those classes. I was a linguistics major, and then I switched to a business school. It was one of those accelerated programs that was supposed to be like 18 months to a bachelor's degree.
Do you get easily distracted? Are you on to like the next thing after like 6? Well, you move every 2 months.
Yeah.
So you must.
Yeah. Well, no.
This is demonstrated in your life. You're moving because you move cross country everywhere. You Italy once. I mean, come on.
Yes.
And then you were moving majors once a year. It's like, I don't think you can sit still. You're on to the next thing constantly. You're on Twitch, and you're not Twitch, and then we're tatas, and then we're paralegal. We're all over the place.
Yes.
You can't, and that makes me very nervous because the debt payoff journey is usually a multi-year journey, get a fully funded emergency fund, and then saving up for retirement is a lifelong journey because it's taking advantage of compound interest and time. You put your money in, my favorite investing account, Moo. Good. That grows. Boom. Then I'm able to retire. Wonderful. That's a lifetime thing. You can't just be changing things every 9 months.
Well, and again, I did do it once. And it took 2 years.
Got an associate degrees in 7 years.
Well, right. So I transferred to the business school because all of my credits transferred. All of my credits from the community college transferred to the business school. And I was doing that. It was an accelerated program. And that's when I got married. And the semesters were 6 weeks. Okay. And I told them I needed my books 2 weeks ahead of time so I could order them.
I'm sorry. I don't need the whole thing. I really don't. It's okay.
Anyway.
I appreciate it.
Business to urban planning. And then that didn't work out. Then I was a psychology major, realized I didn't want to get a PhD to make $50,000 a year. So I did my associate's degree, finished that out.
Okay.
So I do have a degree, but it took me a long time to get there.
Well, it took you a lot of money to get there. That's the most concerning part.
Yes, it did.
Because now you owe this. And guess what? Department of Education gonna get a new person. At this point, it looks like Mahone, I think. One of the co-founders of WWE. I don't know. I don't know if she wants to forgive your student loans or not.
Yeah.
Who knows if she wants to uphold the SAVE plan? Yeah. A lot of it kind of is up to the Department of Education head.
Yep.
I don't know. Who knows what she wants to do?
Yep.
Girl might come to you and she might say, "F you." Or she might give you a big hug and forgive your loans. We don't know. It's administration to administration. But I wouldn't bet on it.
Right.
No, so why not pay on these? You have the money. We know you have the money. Your needs are relatively minimal. You're just fucking up. You could be paying on these with the higher likely chance that you will have to pay on them. So make progress on them instead of allowing interest to accrue, instead of allowing late payments to accrue. They can garnish your wages. They will come and get you.
Yeah.
They'll get you.
Yep.
Hey, you, look at me. My job is to sit right here and be the absolute stunning figure that I am. And some things I can't help, like my incredible ass, which is why you're all here, of course. But also, some things are in my control. For example, the pearly whites. I yap a lot. Some would say too much. And I get that, but listen. If I'm gonna yap, my teeth may as well look pretty damn good. But the thing is, I drink a lot of coffee to get through the audits. And I started noticing some staining on my teeth. So I've partnered with today's sponsor, Oraglow, and they've brought back my confidence for continued yap sessions. The reason I prefer them over competitors is because they actually whiten, but they do it sensitivity free. And that's always been why I can't use these types of products for long due to my sensitive teeth. These teeth whitening strips from Oraglow are incredible. Make sure to go to Amazon and get the Oraglow teeth whitening strips. Be sure to use the link in the description below to make sure your yap sessions can be just as confident as mine with stunning white teeth.
And it's just another set of bad decision-making skills. And
so that's your answer for everything.
It's a fair amount of it is, well, and
then what the is going to change? No offense. What would actually change? Because that's your answer to anything. Something bad happened or bad decisions. Okay, wonderful. You know,
because
whether
I'm
or not
making better decisions.
But you're not. I have your accounts here. We already have a late payment. You haven't even looked at your student loans. You didn't even know you're late. You probably haven't looked at your credit report. You don't look into your checking account once. We had a fucking cash advance from a credit card because you didn't have enough money in a checking account because you probably didn't withdraw the right amount to that other account from another account. You know what you're doing. Better decisions. You've never made a better decision before. So that's can't be true.
It's the start of the decision.
What start?
Right. So again, the USAA account, because it was supposed to be an automatic transfer. So
no, I understand it, but what start is better decisions? Because I am not seeing them reflected in the accounts in front of us. So I'm not going to let you get away with that and have a pat on the back thinking you're doing okay. You're doing one of the worst. Your debts are not the worst I've seen on the show. Your behavior and your management of your accounts are some of the worst I've seen in 2.5 years of doing this show.
It's
so I am not going to let you give yourself a gold fucking star.
No, absolutely. So the better decisions are when I had the $25,000 in debt, I was literally maxing out all of my cards all of the time. I was only making the minimum payment, which wasn't even enough to cover the interest I was making, and I was late all the time because I never looked at it.
Mm-hmm. Or you could have paid it all off with your $250,000 in cash that you made, but you decided to blow on what? What did you spend the money on?
So a fair amount of it went to my car. I put.
What is it?
It's a Subaru Outback 2020.
Is that a $250,000 car?
No. So I put $16,000 down on it, and that is paid off.
$16,000, $250,000. I'm gonna need a little gap filling. And not like the gap filling that's done in your content.
I don't do that kind of content, to be fair. But the content creator X did take a lot.
Like management? Was he trying to suggest management?
No, it was straight up financial abuse.
Am I gonna have his people come after me for filming this? Because I don't know who he is. I can't speak good or bad about him because I just don't know him. But you're trashing him on here.
Well, I spent about 1.5 years of when I was a full-time content creator. I spent about 1.5 years talking about all of this stuff very publicly, and both of those accounts got banned.
But you're anonymous on here. But to them, you're not going to be anonymous.
I mean,
you're using a fake name here, but they know who you are, probably, right?
I mean, maybe if they still recognize me.
He would.
That's fair.
And our clips go pretty viral.
I mean, just don't put his name on it. He'll be fine.
You said his name.
Well, bleep it out. I'm not wrong.
I don't know him. I can't speak good or bad about someone I literally do not know. That's not how I operate. So
that's fair.
But I don't want his people to be like, nah, Caleb Hammer, because I don't know.
Well, okay, so
just because you're coming on here and talking.
So of that money, I paid for him to move across the country. I paid, at one point, I went through our checking accounts because he accused me of being bad with money. And
hold on. Wait, that's not what you said earlier.
What?
You said he accused you of stealing. Now you're saying he accused you of being bad.
He accused me of being bad with money. He basically stole the money because...
was he saying you couldn't management? I feel like there's... Listen. Because I instinctively, my gut, my heart, even though I'm an annoying devil's advocate motherfucker, my heart is to just be like, yes, 100% support. She's 100% right. But I know for a fact, especially based in the internet drama space, and this kind of is that, to be honest, always 1,000 sides to a story.
Oh, always.
And so I don't even kind of want to listen to this right now because I just don't want to pretend to have an opinion because I don't know.
I can summarize it as that relationship probably costed me about $75,000. Or I spent $75,000 on that relationship.
It's expensive dick. Okay, so
not worth. Not worth it. But yeah, so that.
Okay. Do you have any more debt?
I don't think so. Both of my vehicles are paid off.
Both vehicles. I was gonna say
yes.
This other one we have at $16,000 of value. So good job with there. What's the other vehicle?
Motorcycle, Kawasaki Vulcan.
So probably a few thousand.
Like 6, I think, is what I looked at it. Which I'm trying to sell it.
Sell it. Yeah.
Because I don't use it. So.
Yeah, dude. That'll start taking care of some debt. Are you kidding me? That's not even an option. You.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Okay. Okay. PNC Bank. Ending balance 460. That is pretty risky. Never know when certain things hit. Oh my! This is all highlighted, which means it's all bull. It's $80 on Amazon. Buttercrisp Diner. Amazon. Oh, you went inside a market, got something. In post. McDonald's, Barkley Oak. Lots of. What are these Google things? Are these in-app purchases? Are you Android?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what it is. It's not Google. It's you buying things or getting subscriptions or something.
Yeah.
Fall Fest, any occasion. Brazilian Bites, Brew Pub, Smoke Galore. Please don't tell me you're giving yourself cancer.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
Great. Yeah, the other ones are so good. We had someone with a collapsed lung on the show. Fun fact, because she kept vaping. Keep doing that. It'll get you good places. Subscriptions or in-app purchases. McDonald's. Yeah. Spotify. Can't afford to live, but guess what, guys? At least we're ad-free. Comedy. Lots of very expensive comedy. And then Voodoo Chicken and Burger King and Frenchman Art. Bow me. Going inside and getting some from the gas station. Matassa. Pantyhonizel.
Huh? Well, let me see it. Which one?
Chris Diner. More Pantyhonizel.
I don't know what you're saying.
The one on the bottom. More Pantyhonizel and Pantyhonizel.
Oh, that's probably a Google Play.
What are you doing? Because there's like a million. There's like a 10 more on this next page.
They're little.
And then Flamingo Road Farm. Yeah, but what are they? Is what I'm asking, because they're stacking up to like $100 or something.
Well, Buttercrisp Diners.
No. The Pantyhonizel.
I don't know because I don't recognize.
Are they video games? Are you buying gems? Are you a little gem girl? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop! You can't
know. I was dopamine seeking last month. It was really bad.
It's not cute.
I know, it's not cute, but it was really, really not fun.
Go to a park in the sun.
Do you see how pale I am? I'm translucent. I sunburn in like 45 seconds.
Oh, that's interesting. We've never invented sunscreen before.
I wear sunscreen. I still sunburn.
Wear stronger sunscreen.
I wear SPF 75.
I have the whitest creature that's ever been born in this office. Her scalp burns the moment she steps outside. Like, I get it. She's a ginger. She's a disgrace to society. I understand what it's like. It's like, go everywhere with her and then she melts. Okay? So, you can go outside. Venmo. Great. Who are you Venmoing? Venmoing everyone in the life.
My roommate, probably.
Okay. Yeah, $100. $100 on your little in-app bullshit. More PNC. $1,000 in this one, so that's actually...
Yeah, so this one is my debit card account where I do my spending. That one is also a checking account, but that's where I do all of my bills out of.
Why overcomplicate it?
If
you literally just have a budget, you don't need more than one account.
I don't have a good...
Look where it's ending.
Yeah.
Look where it's leaving us.
I thought having it separated like this, so if I kept all of my money in that account...
When did you think that?
About 2 years ago.
Wonderful. How have we been?
It was great, and now it is not
for 6 months, for a fourth of the time.
Yes.
So maybe not a good statistical average to go for. So potentially we can do the thing that's not working. So it's a crazy concept.
If it did work, then...
But it's not. It didn't work 75% of the time. Why the would I bet on the 25? What are you talking about?
Because if I go back to the habits I had...
It's worked 25% of the time since you tried to start. So it's not working.
Well, right.
Guys, what am I dealing with here?
Stop,
please stop. $82 in this bullshit. accounts. This is, again, what is it? Savings?
Yeah.
Right. Something, I don't know. Chase. I can't read it. It's either $948 or $600. It's six something. It's really blurry. Chase doesn't let you download statements and then make redactions on there for your privacy. The screenshot and then do it. It's really bad. Come on, Chase. Okay, it's just mostly moving money. Cash App, there's $256 in there. Money coming in. What are you getting? $15, $5, $25 for what?
I honestly have no idea.
Bonus tatas?
No.
Okay.
Oh, sometimes my friends will cash at me stuff if I like take them out to dinner. They'll cash at me back.
You can afford dinner. $234 in this account. Again, this is where the money moved into because you did not have enough money, and there it is.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm confused about the cash advance. It should be there.
Ding, ding, ding. Because $10 went out there. It tried to pull up $10 there. $150 in there. I don't know. At the point of this, you had negative $5, and that's when it dinged. Yeah. So you had $4 to start with, and then it tried to pull out $10. Mm-hmm. So are you surprised? So it brought in money. Now you're paying 30% interest on it. Well done. $708. This looks like Credit Karma. What is this?
It's a Credit Karma savings account. That's where that.
Savings?
Yes. So I have that completely out of sight, out of mind, so that way I don't spend it.
You're set for life. $700.
Well, I only started that about a year ago. What?
That's a joke for a year.
Well, it's
if that was our focus, not necessarily that it should be, but don't try to make that sound good. Saying no, it's okay. I only started a year ago.
Well, it only does like $10 or $15 or $10 or $20 a month. It's just more of like that's not my 6-month reserve that I'm trying to build. That is just an extra savings account.
Why would you have an extra savings account? What do you mean? You don't even have a normal savings account.
Well, I do.
It was $60.
It didn't. I moved the money around.
What do you mean? If you don't have an emergency fund, why the fuck are you having another savings account? What are you talking about?
Because if I don't have the money in sight, I'm not spending it.
Why wouldn't it just be your emergency fund? Why are you having something separate that's not your emergency fund when you don't have an emergency fund?
Because I want my emergency fund to be in a high yield savings account.
I don't care. Put that there. You don't have $1.
No.
You don't have any money saved up for an emergency fund. So why is there a separate account? Do you not understand my question?
No.
If you do not have the basic minimum required savings account, why are you trying to build this extra one that you are supposed to do after having this one?
Remember that conversation earlier about having a couple of good ideas and really bad execution? This is a really bad execution.
I hate this. This is like, that's not a real answer. Your real answer is like, I already know I'm f***ed up, but I do nothing to solve it. Stupid. It's legitimately stupid. Can we be honest?
Yes.
That's dumb.
Yes.
And that's not, see, there it is again. She knows it's dumb, but she doesn't do anything about it. This is infuriating. You can't just, it's not that I want you to disagree with me, but the fact that you are 100% on board and agreeable with everything it has to be incorrect because you're overdrafting. You have late fees on every f***ing account. So there is no way that you actually agree with me, because if you do, you would be doing something, but you're doing nothing, which means you don't either,
I agree that the decisions are stupid. I disagree that the reasoning for them is bad because I have or had a plan.
Total income that comes in, $4,750. For fuck's sake. This debt is a joke, dude. You fucking make money. And your minimum monthly payments are not stacking up to that much for your money. Your rent situation is beyond blessed. Come on. Your debt minimum monthly payments are $260. What's your total rent again? $800?
Mm-hmm.
That including internet and everything?
No. Internet is about $100 and my phone is also about $100.
You pay $100 for internet?
Yes.
You pay for the whole internet?
Yes.
Ugh.
It's a tax write-off.
The whole thing? Are you 100% sure? Have you looked at that? Because, you know, when you calculate a space used for your taxes, you do the room that you use. You can't claim the whole place.
Right.
Are you sure for internet at your home?
Yes.
Because you're not only using it for work.
That's what the CPA told me.
Okay. I don't know about that. Again, you're sitting down with the advisors we're going to connect you to. Phone bill, $100, not bad. If you don't own your phone, I'd switch to Helium. It's the same towers as T-Mobile. It's $15 a month. What?
I hate T-Mobile. I had T-Mobile for like 2 years. I switched to AT&T, and I've never had the
AT&T.
Yeah,
nobody likes AT&T.
I love AT&T.
I guess it's just different areas.
I've never had an issue with AT&T.
Oh, really?
Like it's a little bit more expensive. But
That always sucked here. But
I also pay a little bit more because I have like the priority data. So I never.
Well, I don't care. I've only had good with Verizon and T-Mobile, but whatever. That's fine. We'll put it as 100. Gas, vroom, vroom, drive, drive. Skirt, skirt, crash, crash.
Tolls and gas.
Don't take tolls, you creature.
I have to.
You do not have to. There's always an alternative.
The alternative
in the South, at least.
The alternative would add 30 minutes to my commute.
There you go. Wonderful. You got it. Congratulations. How much is the toll every time you go through?
$2.50 one way. So it doesn't charge me going back the other direction. It only charges me going one way across the bridge.
That probably works. Okay, how much?
I would say probably $250.
Okay, car insurance?
I have full comprehension. I just pulled it down.
Comprehension?
Yeah.
Comprehensive?
Yeah. Is it not full comprehension? Oh, full, whatever. That one. The one that covers.
You don't have comprehension of anything.
That's so fair. I just brought it down a little bit. It was $360. I think I brought it down to $280.
Renter's insurance?
My roommate covers it. So it's included in my living expenses.
But is it under your name, the insurance?
No.
You don't have renter's insurance?
I am a covered party, but it is yeah.
Okay, TP Fund, anything else you need to survive? This is your nails, this is your toilet paper, whatever, $100. You're going to meal prep, use our menu and everything, meal plan. And the budgeting program to get to your needs, $300 for groceries. Cooking a couple times a week. Congratulations.
Yes.
Very exciting. Medical, healthcare, anything like that. Monthly basis.
Yes, I would say probably $150 a month.
Okay, cool. Any pets?
Yes.
How much? What?
I have a cat.
Cat food, how much?
Ooh.
Come on.
Let me think. I think it's $120 plus her medication.
Okay.
Like, including her medication.
Including her medication.
Yes.
Okay, pet insurance?
No.
Get pet insurance.
Yes, I need to. She's getting old and I need to.
She's getting old. You might not be able to get pet insurance. You f***ed up.
Yeah,
irresponsible. Okay. Then I'll leave that blank for now. No subscriptions. What do you need for work stuff? Your extra work. How much in subscriptions? Or ongoing expenses?
I don't think I have any subscriptions for that, but what was the one I was just thinking of? It was right there. Oh, crap.
Probably something big, long, purple, and floppy.
It's not a subscription.
For work?
It's a one-time purchase.
Well, I was thinking for work.
No.
Okay. If you can think of it, let me know.
The video editing software.
How much?
$60 a quarter.
Okay. Then we'll put that at 20. Congratulations. As we all expected this entire conversation, it's super easy. You make double what your minimum monthly expenses are. You're just acting like a child. And you're enabling yourself by endlessly making excuses. Lots of bad things were in your past, but you're allowing them to be a cripple as of why you're not allowed to get ahead. Congratulations. You're able to pay off all your debt except for your student loans in about 4 months and get a fully funded emergency fund in about 4 more months. What a joke. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on. This is so stupid. And an extra multi-$1,000 a month. This is so dumb. I'm done with this conversation. You're literally just using crutches. It's so stupid. I'm sorry, but that irritates me. You can get out of this almost easier than anyone on the show. What a joke. Come on. Spending a budget, you were under, but it still was very close, and none of it was going to actually making progress on debt, and you weren't making minimum payments 3 out of 10. Debt, well, okay, the past IRS debt, so that'll include something else. Okay, well, okay, let's think for a second. Okay, so you have an extra $2,000. Let's call it $2,000 because you're going to set some money aside for taxes. You can get out of debt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5.5 months, and then let's call it 6 months. 6 months. IRS, let's save up about 10, so you can do that in about 5. So we're 10 months in. Cool. So 10 months in, you paid off your past taxes, paid off your past debt, save up for a fully funded emergency fund, which for you It's gonna be about 10,000 bucks. Let's call it another 5 months, really. Actually, you have 250 bucks left extra a month, so it's gonna even go quicker from there. But whatever. I think, yeah, sure, just over a year. Congratulations, wonderful. But your debt is stupid, but luckily none of it's in collections. But it is because of what you're doing and not making the payments on student loans. I'm not gonna give you better than a 2 out of 10. If you're actually making your payments on this for your debt situation, it's not the most dangerous or worse, but I'm gonna bring it down because you're just fucking it up so bad. Emergency fund, of like a little bit set aside, 1 out of 10. You're almost a 10th of the way there. Retirement, anything? You need to catch up on that quickly, but we'll talk about that in the follow-up when you're ready to come back on the follow-up YouTube channel. Real estate, and you can take the investing class as well. You'll do both. Real estate, 0 out of 10 for now. It's gonna be a hammer financial score. Wonderful. 1.5 out of 10. Guys, make sure to join us in the post show. We're going to talk about a lot of that more X-rated stuff that we weren't able to talk about in this because of demonetization things. It's getting a bit more strict on that in front, unfortunately. So make sure to join us there, and make sure to join the elite version, Hammer Elite, if you want hours and hours and tens of thousands of extra hours of content and live streams and a bunch of fun stuff that we do here. I'll see you guys in the post show. You're trying to act like a little victim?
No, not a victim.
You're still young, but you're so dumb. I don't like her. I'm starting to not like her. She just looks at me and she gives these like,
one of those.
I'm cute faces.
It's adorable.
Shut the fuck up. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about her like life and death. And she's just like, yeah, I'm an idiot.
It was pretty frustrating.
I have been told I'm the dumbest smart person.
All right, tell us about your or something. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I want to know about OnlyFans.
What part? Where do you want me to start?
I like
To watch the financial audit post show, click the join button below.